Hey, here we go. We're live.
Are we live now?
We're live, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
how about that?
Welcome everybody into the Thursday Night Coaches Show, the last one of the year. And Thursday night, Brian Hale, Jonathan Timmons, James Phillips joining you in tonight, and we're going to do a big wrap-up of the last week's games and kind of wrap up Jasper football as well tonight. We'll talk about this week's playoff games, and, well, guys, we'll get into a little college football on top of that. But, JP, last Friday night, we got a chance to see Jasper's final game, and I honestly loved the game except for one thing, the score. It was a great game to broadcast, had a lot of fun, but Jasper just came out with it, but a great showing by him.
Oh, yeah, it was a really fun game to watch. A lot of back and forth. I think we had like maybe 7 lead changes, and then finally Gadsden City took over in the second half. They were up by 16 at one point in the fourth quarter. Jasper kept fighting. They could get it within 3, but the clock ran out.
There was a lot of back and forth on it, and it was a great game. Final score on that was 40-37. We'll talk a lot more about Coach Reeves about that later on in the show. The Addison Bulldogs, they advanced with a big victory over Ragland, 71-39. And then the Meek Tigers, they came from behind to beat Woodville, 42-25. Of course, one of our playoff games this week that we'll be having on WJBE, and both of them advanced, so they're both in the same region. That's quite a feat.
Oh, definitely so. I mean, both those teams have peaked at the right time too. They're coming into the playoffs. They're playing well, and they both picked up big wins. And that was Meek was able to keep Woodville. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Keep Woodville from ever having a playoff win. Still,
that's correct.
So that was a good job by Meek, though.
Yeah, they're really good. So, and by the way, we want to congratulate 2 players, and I'm sure Coach Reeves will want to chime in on this, but both Grant Bailey and Makai Pledger are heading to the North-South All-Star game. They're going to be playing that in December. Can't wait to see those guys in action.
Oh, yeah, and that's going to be, it's not everybody that gets picked for that thing.
No.
You have to really impress some people, and both those guys have had stellar senior seasons. Grant Bailey is a guy that is really an unsung hero because he starts on the offensive line, then he's the long snapper on the special teams, and then he comes in short yardage situations on defense, and he's made an impact in all 3 of those in every game this year.
And it's also, I tell you, I'm happy for Makai. I hate it that it comes to close because I've been watching him carry the ball for Jasper since he was a freshman. He played his last game as a Viking football player. He'll go on and play that one last football game. But what a great young man and a great leader that the Vikings are fortunately going to see them leaving. Yeah,
Makai's been one of those guys that since 9th grade, he's carried the football, and he's done a good job, and he's been consistent all 4 years. And I think that Coach Reeves is bringing those 2 guys with him tonight. That was the plan. So hopefully, and maybe we can talk to them too about how do you transition straight from football to basketball, because both of them are going to be doing that.
Absolutely, that'll be great to ask them. Let's take a look. We've got some final end of the year statistics. Tyler Thomas, who has won Player of the Week for so many of us, so many times. He finishes the year 1,800 yards, guys, and 28 touchdowns. We know that nationally he was up there quite a few times. What a great season.
Oh, yeah, he's had an incredible year and even fought injuries. And then in some of the games he only played half a game when they were either up or down by a huge amount of points. So he could have even had more stats if he was in there the whole time.
Absolutely. And, hey, speaking of Makai, he comes in on the list. He finished with 122 carries, 1,277 yards, 16 touchdowns. What a great senior season for him.
Definitely so. And that was also one game short, too, because he didn't play in the Lawrence County game.
That's correct, yeah. Well, additionally, let's take a look at the quarterbacks. And top quarterback for the area, Lincoln Smothers of Jasper, 94 of 152, only 5 interceptions, 13 touchdowns, 1,400 yards. James, he also got it done on the ground as he really rushed. Let's take a look here. 1,000 yards on the season, so he had a 1,000-yard passing and 1,000-yard rushing season.
Yeah, and a lot of touchdowns, and played really well. I can't wait to see what he does the older that he gets. He's got another year left, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch him.
Well, taking a look at this week's matchups, and of course, folks, as we mentioned, the Meek Tigers will be on the WJBE game of the week, and they're going to be hosting number 1 Wadley. James, Jonathan, you kind of take a look at this, and when you're facing the number 1 team, it's quite a challenge, but at the same time, you pretty much know who you're squaring off against and know you've got to go through them at some point if you want to advance.
Well, I mean, the goal for everybody is to win a state championship. Once we're at this point, it's a realistic goal. But Wadley is the defending state champions. They're number 1 in the state. So, like you said, sooner or later, you got to go through them. Might as well get it over with the second round.
Yep, you've got to hunt the hunter. So eventually this happens. And of course, the other game, Berry, which is 9-2, they go on to face number 7 Addison, who is 10-1. Caveat in this game, James, as close as these schools relatively are for each other, they've played 4 times. Berry owns the series of Addison. I would tend to think that the Bulldogs want that to be ended.
Yeah, and I really was surprised when you told me that. They've only played 4 times. And Berry had won all 4, right? That's just that's wild to me because Addison has much more tradition than Berry as far as a winning program goes, and to hear that they were 0-4 against Berry was a big surprise.
Yeah, I think we did some research a couple of years ago, and Addison is actually in the top 10 as far as all-time wins among all classifications, and it's really unbelievable that Berry has dominated that situation. But I tell you what, you want weapons. Offensively, you put up 71 points in a playoff game. You know you've got it headed up by Elijah Roberts and that great offensive line.
Yeah, we had Elijah on the coach's show several weeks ago, and just an impressive student athlete. He really impressed me that night with the way he talked. And, you know, he follows in the footsteps of his brother. All their family has been through that, you know, through Addison. But it's cool to see a kid that really he gets it, you know.
And he's a junior, too, so we'll see him one more time. It's going to be interesting to see what the college watches look like for that, where I end up. Guys, last night, the Bevill State Bears, they took on Stillman College, and to be honest with you, there is no record of it anywhere. I knew the Bears won, but it's not even located on the state schedule. So, but let's talk about tomorrow night.
Yeah, I think the game last night more or less was an exhibition game because it was Stillman's JV. So that's probably why it's not out there. And I didn't think about that earlier today when Woody was asking me. But I think that's what the deal is there. Tomorrow night they're playing. What's the team's name out of?
It's called Chipola, Chipola Lincoln, which is I believe 50 miles south. Chipola.
Yeah.
Okay. It's about 50 miles south of Jackson.
Right. It's not Chipotle.
They don't sport a
and
they don't field a community college basketball team.
No,
Chipotle don't.
And they're not even doing the blue tie room either. That's Five Loaves that's going to be handling that. So no Chipotle.
You're right. That is Five Loaves. They're good friends.
You know, I don't know anything about the school that's coming in really, but I know Mississippi junior colleges play at another level on most sports, and I expect they will be very good. The Bears have struggled in some of their games so far this year. It'll be our first time to really get away to watch them. So I hope they show up at home and put some points up. I think that's what they're going to have to do this year is outscore people.
We did see, though, a big improvement in them. They played a really good game last week in a losing effort. I do believe that was against Calhoun that they played the first time out. Calhoun really swamped them. This time, that was down to the wire. It ended up being 77-71, JP. Obviously, big improvement from one week to the other.
Yeah, definitely so. And that's what you want to see, especially when Coach Connor was in and talked to Woody. He talked about how this team is really young. They're mostly freshmen. I think they only had 2 returners. And it was Pringle and Thomas. They were the only 2 that are returning from last year. So that's just and I think overall they only have 3 sophomores. The rest are freshmen.
Wow. So that's a lot of youth to build on for the upcoming year. So we'll definitely take a watch at that. By the way, folks, this will be our last Thursday night game for Thursday Night Coaches Show for a long time. We're actually going to be moving to Wednesday night to accommodate basketball schedule, both Bevill State and Jasper. We'll be doing the Coach Burns Show and kind of the different areas around, different coaches around the area.
Yeah, that's the idea, just kind of like how we did it for the football season. Bring in different county coaches, hopefully also bring in Coach Connor from Bevill State regularly, and keep building on what we're doing here at Crawfish Warehouse. They've been a great host and an amazing sponsor of this show for football season, so we're going to keep the momentum running right into basketball season.
I've enjoyed it just for the food, if nothing else.
Oh, man, the food is fabulous. By the way, folks, if you're in the area and you're not here, come by Crawfish Warehouse. They got something for everybody.
You know what I did last week?
What was that?
I got here like 4 o'clock. I ordered some crab legs when there was nobody here, so I could just make a mess and
So you
just
could go
enjoy
wild with
them
it?
by myself. It was amazing.
Well,
Boy, that sounds delicious.
Cindy been taking care of us all year, season long.
Yeah,
Man.
we love Cindy. She's great.
So we're going to keep it going, to Wednesday nights starting next week. Wednesday nights, WJLX Coaches Show with Heath Burns and other basketball coaches around the county.
Tonight I may have to indulge in an alcoholic beverage as well.
It's one of those nights. Hopefully, you got a driver here to take you home. So.
Yes. But I was wondering, what's a buzzball? Buzzballs.
Oh, we're going to find that out.
That's what I'm thinking. And they got great names like Berry Cherry Limeade. Grapes Gone Wild is my favorite one. I've got to try Grapes Gone Wild.
Well, you guys, y'all want to take a couple of minute break and we'll jump into some college football when we get back?
We're going to jump into college football, and we're going to jump into that Crawfish Warehouse Specials menu, too.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Starting to get hungry.
That's right.
So we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. WJLX Coaches Show here at the Crawfish Warehouse. Brian Hale, Jonathan Timmons, and James Phillips once again kind of watching the Bama game right there. I think, Jonathan, you said it's just a point now to Purdue.
Yep. Bama's trailing by 1. They've got the ball, though, so it's still early, 12:32 in the first half. Shots up, it's good. Bama takes the lead.
They got the lead. So, hey, let's just stick with there, but let's leave it from Bama basketball to Bama football. And big one this week, guys. Bama welcomes Oklahoma in, and this was a trap game for Bama last year. I don't think there is not a single Crimson Tide player from last year that didn't have this one circled. They want revenge in this one.
Yeah, offense played terrible last year against Oklahoma.
Just a field goal.
Yeah. So I mean, we gotta expect at least a little bit more than that, and it's at home. So let's see how we do. I'm honestly, I think Alabama wins by.
You know what I've got for this game? I'm really excited. My nephew Aiden Payne's going.
Oh, sweet.
Awesome. Yep, AP's going to the game tomorrow. It's going to be his first game to go to in a long time. And
you know,
his friend Jaden's
last week.
Yeah, I know.
Roberts was there.
I know. That's what we talked about.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about. So we got to get Coach DeBoer to link up Dave Roberts with AP because there's a connections all the way around there. So, but no. His friend Jaden, she's coming in from Oklahoma. I'm assuming she's an Oklahoma fan. I've gotten to meet Jaden a few times. Great girl. And, I'm just excited for them to go to the game.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
Be
really cool.
Well, and we've got quite a few games, but the really integral one also in the conference is actually a rematch of the SEC championship last year. It's Georgia and Texas. And I think, guys, it's an elimination time for one of these two teams.
Yeah, I mean – I got to say I'm pulling for Georgia. I hate to say that, but it's that original SEC thing with these Texas schools and Western schools coming in. I'm pulling for Georgia. I hope they make it.
You know, though, I think with the Texas win, that will eliminate Georgia from the SEC championship playoff, and that guarantees Alabama a spot.
Well, that's true, too.
So, slightly horns up, I guess. Just the ever so soft horns up.
Well, and don't you think? I mean, Arch Manning has played really well the last few weeks.
Yes, ever since that Oklahoma, he's really took off.
Yeah, somebody hit him hard.
Well, it's all about experience. He's finally getting, his feet under him. He's getting some games under his belt. The hype can only go so far, and I wouldn't want to be in his shoes with that last name. I can't say I.
You think there'd be a little pressure?
Yeah. I don't envy him, but. But, you see the experience that he's getting now, and I think that's starting to pay off.
Well, by the way, you had an absolutely wonderful time out at Sanders Aviation. Talk about that for just a moment.
Yeah, last Friday we went down to the Tuscaloosa Airport to play a Smashley gig. My band Smashley got invited back by Sanders Flight Training. They have the Flight Training Center down there in Tuscaloosa. And, man, we had a blast. We played for a couple hours, but man, right there on the tarmac, both planes on each side,
nice.
Big Red and the blue one.
Yeah.
Joey Sanders, an amazing fellow veteran, was happy to put a smile on his face that night. He enjoyed the show, and great overall Veterans Day weekend.
Oh yeah, you had a lot of fun.
Vegas, baby.
After that, he ended up in Vegas. So.
we flew from Tuscaloosa on a Big Red straight to Vegas. No, that's not true. That's not true. But it felt.
Joey Sanders still in Vegas, I think.
That'd have been a hoot.
Yeah.
I'd love to take him with me.
I mean, he's used to Reno because he goes to Reno for those races all the time.
Yeah.
I'm sure he stopped in Vegas a few times.
No doubt.
To have a little fun. There was something else I was going to say, and it just left my brain. Sorry.
Did you, or because you were thinking about what you're going to order?
Yeah, and that may have been it, actually, because Fish of the Night special, halibut. That's what I ordered, was the halibut. And then they've got filet mignon tonight. They've got the sauteed mussels that you like so much.
That's right.
And then
Butterfly shrimp.
Oh, wow.
From the crowd.
Shrimp,
Yeah,
it's
thank
good.
We got an
you,
assist
sir.
from the audience.
Nice,
There you
appreciate
go.
that. So he's happy about the butterfly shrimp tonight.
Yeah,
All
so
right, I
there's-
think he just made my decision.
And I ordered the fried squash to go with my fish too, my grilled fish.
Cool.
So,
Well, let's get those orders in. We'll take another quick break. We'll get the Jasper Vikings up here to recap the season. And
Absolutely.
Hey, I've got a grapes gone wild coming up too.
oh,
But I better
buzzball.
not put that out here with the.
No,
the
wait. We'll
underage
save that.
kids.
We'll save that for
Yeah.
the 7 o'clock hour.
Right, there we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back at the Coach Reeves Show here in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
And we are back here at Crawfish Warehouse. It's time for the Coach David Reeves Show. James Phillips joined by Coach David Reeves, and I'll let you introduce your players that you brought with us today.
Yeah, we've got 2 seniors, and I'll let y'all bring in exactly why we chose these 2 specific seniors, but we've got offensive lineman Grant Bailey and running back Makai Pledger.
Yeah, and the reason we asked you to bring those guys with you is because they got selected to be in the North-South All-Star game, which is a huge honor. I mean, we were saying before you guys got here, not everybody gets to do that.
Oh, no, it's, it's really a huge honor, when these 2 guys are are so well deserving of that recognition, you know, and it's also a recognition for the rest of our team, you know, because those guys did a lot of things to make create an environment so these two guys could shine like they did, and so these two guys are going to be great representatives for themselves and our community and for our football team.
Well, and we hyped you guys up before you got here, and was telling everybody what kind of season y'all had. And I mean, Mekhi, you've carried the ball for 4 years now, hit over 1,000 yards, I think 3 years in a row.
Yes, sir.
What can you say just about your time as a Viking?
I'm going to really say I just want to thank God first. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do none of this stuff. But I'm going to thank my teammates, too, because if I didn't have teammates, what would I do?
Right.
I mean,
you can't be running out there by yourself.
Yeah, like I'm just going to be running scrambles just everywhere. But without my O-lineman, I wouldn't be nothing for real. So I really just want to give thanks to my O-lineman, bro. They helped me so much. The holes they create, I just try to pick them up every play. When we do some bad stuff, I just help them every time.
Yeah, and we talked about Grant. You play all three. You play offense, defense, and special teams. Long snapper on special teams, offensive starting lineman, and then you come in on the short distance package on defense. And you've made an impact in all three of those areas all season this year. What is it about? What's your favorite part of that?
Really just getting to play with all different types of my teammates, just on offense, having him run behind me, and then my O-lineman on defense with all my D-linemen and linebackers, and then special teams with Oliver, the kicker and punter, and then Link Holden. Just a lot of variety.
Now, what can you say about this team as far as, I mean, it looked like you guys were always gelling, that you were always like a family, just a close-knit bunch. Is that true?
Sure.
Yes, sir. Just all the talking in the player lounge, just sidelines, talking to each other. It's been a great family.
Yeah.
Brotherhood.
Now, what do you expect for them? You'll be gone, but what do you expect for them next year?
Just big things.
Yeah.
I really expect the same thing because they all got the talent, how we got the talent.
Yeah.
They really do everything we do. We do it together. It's not an individual thing. It's a team thing.
When I think getting to follow in the footsteps of seniors like you guys, it just sets them up for good things to happen in the future. Coach, we need to talk about Gadsden City as bad as I hate to right now. But,
Yeah, you know, I'm okay with that. You know, there's going to be a bad outcome at the end of the season unless you win your last game.
Right.
You know, and the only two ways that can happen is if you don't make the playoffs, which we never want to do, or you win the state championship. That's what we're going to shoot for every single time. And so it was a disappointment, you know, but I was disappointed for these guys, and I was disappointed for our coaches and you know, for our community. Our guys went out and played their guts out, you know, and we just picked the wrong time to not be at our absolute best in all three phases of the game, and that happens. You know, you do everything you can do to prevent it, but you know, it was by no means a lack of effort out of our players, man. They played their guts out, and I'm really proud of, you know, really proud of all they accomplished, you know, and not just on Friday night in their career. You know, we had these two guys playing at Jasper even the year before I got there as 9th graders, and then, you know, when I got here as 10th graders. You know, we were asking a bunch of 9th and 10th graders to go out on a Friday night and do grown man's work. And most of them should have been playing JV ball or been playing on a freshman team somewhere. We even had a couple that should have been playing on a junior high team. And so
you might have had a couple that should have been playing on a toy bowl team.
Well, it was close age-wise, but, you know, guys like Mekhi and Grant and the rest of our seniors, you know, they're battle-tested, you know, and they've been to the wars. And it's really showed these last couple of years. You know, a good year last year, a better year this year. And, you know, what I'm going to brag on these guys is they left something for the other guys to look at. You know, they modeled what it was supposed to look like. They modeled what it was supposed to be. They modeled how you're supposed to play the game. And, you know, that's something I think we lacked a little bit when I first got here. We had some seniors, but it was still guys like Grant and Mekhi. And you know, some of our other seniors this time that were really kind of in the forefront, trying to lead the way and trying to show how. And that's the legacy these guys have left, is they man, there's something that the guys that are coming back in the locker room next year can call on and be proud of, and have seen modeled for them right there in person. So it's disappointed. I'll be done licking my wounds here in a few weeks and be able to look back and really appreciate all that these guys accomplished.
Yeah. Now, it was such a back and forth game. Both teams back and forth. I think there was 7 lead changes, maybe.
Have we had one this year that we've lost that didn't go that way? I mean, they've all kind of been that way. But yeah, it was a back and forth. They're a talented team. I mean, they had a bunch of skilled guys. They were the real deal.
Big plays were the big difference.
Yeah,
I mean, they had
they
4 or
had
5 big plays.
About 5, I'd say. At least. And so, we talk about it all the time, and these guys can probably quote my pregame where we talk about explosives, and we got to create them on offense and negate them on defense, and it just didn't go our way.
But what can you say about you're behind by 16 in the fourth quarter, and these guys keep fighting?
Man, we ain't giving up. That ain't how we're made. That ain't what we do at practice. That's not what we never acknowledge. The only thing we acknowledge is when the horn goes off at the end of the game, then we'll look up there and see what the score is. We're going to go as hard as we can until it's over, and that's who these guys are, and that's the legacy that this group of seniors is leaving behind.
Yeah, definitely. So now these two guys, and a lot of your players, but these two guys especially, play with just a lot of curiosity. I'm trying to say the right word, but it's not coming out right. A lot of fury. Yeah, a lot of fury. Yeah. But they like Grant, he's always fighting in the trenches, will not give up. And then Mackay, when he's running the football, he's running like a beast. And, if somebody hits him, he just keeps going.
Yeah, I'll tell you, and they can comment more on this. That's how we try and practice. And Mackay, he runs the ball angry. And that's a great asset for a running back. And Grant is in there, as you said, fighting the war in the trenches every single play, and that's what it requires. But both of them hold their heads. Both of them keep their emotion. Both of them keep everything, on the inside, and that's the mark of a great player.
Now, you guys in the game the other night, when you fall behind by 16, what were the thoughts?
Just keep fighting. Don't give up.
Yes, sir. We just got to keep fighting. I know we down, but still, at the end of the day, the game's still not over. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
I just love the way we played, though. But we came out with a loss, but we kept fighting, though.
Yeah.
We didn't give up.
Well, sometimes you learn more from your losses than you do your wins.
Yes, sir.
Now, are both of you guys playing basketball?
Just me.
Just you? So what's it going to be like making that sudden switch from football to basketball?
It's good right now, but I still got to get in shape. I still got to get in shape. Football and basketball shape is 2 different things, but I still got to get in shape, though.
Yeah. Now, what's the difference between Coach Reeves and Coach Burns?
Nothing really.
I figured Coach Burns talks a little more.
No, I'm older.
No.
I'm older than he is.
No, Coach Reeves talks a lot.
I think Grant's got track coming up. So
now, what do you do in track?
For indoor season, just a shot put, but outdoor season, shot put, discus.
Oh, okay, yeah. Did you place last year or anything, or
not last year?
Okay. Well, this year it's happening then, right?
Oh, yes, sir, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so too, because this guy's as strong as he's ever been right now, and you can see it in how he played. I think he's going to see the same type of benefits, once he hits track.
Yeah. Well, the thing I noticed in football this year is that you were stronger, but you'd cut weight too. It looked like, or maybe you were slimmer a little bit, right?
Well, I've gained a tiny bit of weight since last season, but I've just kind of filled out more muscle and less fat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, less baby fat.
Yeah, yes, sir.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they get tired of hearing about weight from me. That's that's a big topic. A lot of times down there. But both these guys, they did such a great job at getting their bodies ready for this season and to make this run and to make these kind of things happen. I couldn't be any prouder of them.
Now, what out of this season, what's each you guys' favorite moment?
Mine would hands down be the game-winning touchdown against Coleman. That environment was just different.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was fun to call that too. What about you?
Mine
Okay.
would be the same thing for real, because I've been playing for so long, and that was my first time like ever beating Coleman. I've just been playing for so long too. Like I just had to. We had to. It was a big moment for me.
Very big moment.
How about Coach? What's your favorite moment from this team?
You know, I like practice.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing is
Makai just turned his head. He didn't want to hear that.
well, they know how much I like practice. The game is for the young guys and all that kind of stuff. I'm all about the weight room and practice. And so my favorite thing is watching really sitting back. And so I can't pinpoint one game because even in the losses, but sitting back and watching these two guys and all of our guys grow and mature and start walking into young manhood. I mean, that's always fun for me.
Yeah.
Always a lot of fun.
Now, as far as the legacy this senior group leaves behind and this team leaves behind, what's their legacy?
This group.
Yeah.
This group.
Yeah.
And
not just these two guys.
Yeah, but this group,
yeah.
I mean, Jasper is a proud program and a proud community. I think what this group did is really hone back in on the culture of being a Jasper Viking, being somebody that's going to fight till the end and being somebody that's going to, walk out there with a can-do, win attitude. I mean, these guys really turned a lot of heads, and that's being from one of the smallest 6A schools in the state.
Yeah.
And I think they took that attitude and walked out there and went, hey, this is who we are, this is what we're going to do, and really kind of took it back to the old school Jasper days, where that's just, we walked on, back in the day, Jasper walked on the field and expected to win, and I think these guys brought that back. It was kind of missing a little bit for a while, and these guys brought back, hey, it doesn't matter who you are, we're going to win.
Right.
That kind of can-do attitude. So
Yeah.
I thought it was a big deal.
That's great. Brian, you got anything?
Yeah, just a question, guys. Who out there right now on the team who we may not know is the real – you see one of the real leaders that we may not see right now, but you guys are?
You go first. Let me think.
Yeah.
While they're thinking, I'll say this: it's been very interesting to me because we're going through our individual exit meetings right now, and all the guys are voting for offense, defense, special teams. I let the guys vote on it. I think the award means more. I think it's more important to the recipient of the award. But so right now we have 6 guys on offense that have got 2 votes or more, and on defense we've got 5 guys. That other people are looking around going, man, that's the best. That's the MVP of the defense. That's the MVP of the offense, and that says a lot about where we've come, because there was a time. Well, I mean, Makai Pleasure, straight down the thing, and Makai has gotten better, and Makai is that important. But he's brought a bunch of people with him as he improved. Grant's brought a bunch of the linemen with him as he has improved. And, man, that's the greatest leader in the world, is somebody that can bring guys along with him, make them do things they can't do. And so as they're thinking about those leaders, I just wanted to bring that out, because that's something else that these guys, but our senior class just in particular has accomplished.
Yeah. So who's the leaders coming up that we may not know about?
I'm gonna start off with an O lineman. I would say Keith Parker. He's a big part.
Oh yeah,
he can lead too.
He had some big games this year too.
My main one for the defense especially would probably be Landon Borders.
Yeah,
He's taking a tremendous role in our defense, and he's been balling out.
Yeah, I was shocked the first game that he came in, and I mean, I think he got about 7 tackles that first game, and Woody kept calling his name out, and I was like, who is this kid? We've never even heard of him.
Because he was in middle school last year.
Right, yeah.
So that's I'll tell you, man, that's where you trick the young ones like this, because if he'd asked me a question like that, Man, there are so many. That's why their heads, you just saw their heads going, man, who am I going to say? Who am I going to say?
Spinning.
But you know, again, that's part of the legacy that this group of seniors is leading behind. Everybody's got a stake. You know, everybody's got skin in the game. Everybody's trying to do their job, you know, at helping us be the best version of us we can be.
Well, and this team, to me, was all about team, just because if you look at the stats, you look at everything, there were so many people that contributed. On offense, you know, if Mackay was playing at another school, he'd probably be getting 30 carries a game, you know, but here he didn't have to do that. And so he may not have those gaudy numbers, but he's got solid numbers.
Well, he's got a bunch of those, like 5 carries for 154 yards.
Right.
You know, 8 carries for 178. I mean, he's got several of those, and you know, that's Mackay. But you know, Mackay is like you know, Zion was the same way. I mean, they got their stuff, and they're like, man, the game's in hand. Hey, get in there, this guy.
Right.
Hey, get in there, this guy, and really, you know, wanted to share the wealth. And I mean, everybody comes to practice, everybody works hard. You know, everybody wants their time, and so
and then throwing the ball around. I mean, you got it to so many different receivers, offensive line. Everybody played well. Like it was just, and then on defense, I think you guys had 2 or 3 different games where more than 20 guys got tackles.
Yeah, you know, and I'll tell you, he's also back there. You know, not just Zion and Mackay, but you know, our quarterback can run pretty good.
Yeah, he can.
And CJ's pretty good. And Grant and them were just getting they just got fed the other morning for dating back into the going back into the regular season. Coach Matchin gave what y'all got double. Y'all got 10 pancakes because y'all got 10.
We got 10 pancakes
and a half.
Oh wow!
They got 10 pancakes and a half. But that's just the kind of pride that all of our guys are trying to take in their position and their craft and, you know, what they bring to the table. So, yeah, I walked in the other day. They were feasting on what was it? You said double McGriddles?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, double McGriddles for all the O-line for, you know, 10 pancakes and a half. So
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'd pancake somebody for a double McGriddle.
Oh, yeah.
I'd pancake Brian right now if y'all give me one. Well, Coach, anything else you want to say before we wrap up about this year and just maybe a thank you to the community and that sort of thing?
Yeah, you know, I do. You know, again, I'm so proud of these players, you know, proud of our coaching staff, you know, and obviously our fans, man. Everywhere we went, we felt like it was a home game. I mean, everywhere we went, and they didn't just show up. They brought great energy. You know, they brought great energy when they were there. And you know, like we've talked about on here before, the players, they can feel that. You know, they feed on that. They know what's going on. And so I hate it had to end the way it did. You know, I wasn't ready to quit coaching these guys. I told them the same thing when we moved into this postseason. I wanted to coach them 5 more weeks, you know, and you know, and so it is hard for me. It's sad for me. I mean, these 2 guys, when I walked in spring of their 9th grade year, you know, and so I've been seeing these guys, you know, pretty much every day, you know, for that time period. And so, you know, again, I'm thankful to them. I mean, our cheerleaders done a phenomenal job at supporting us and always bringing energy. And so I'm just thankful, you know, the administration's always been there for us. The central office and board has always backed us and really gotten behind us and what we're trying to do. And so, you know,
and you got to mention that band too.
Yeah, the band.
I love my band, bro.
Yeah,
Isn't the band awesome?
Yes,
they really get it going up there. You know, there's been a couple of close games where they've really swung the momentum. You know, so it's been a group effort, you know, on all parts, and just proud of these guys and proud to be a Jasper Viking.
All right. Well, Coach, we appreciate it. And, guys, thank you. And good luck in the All-Star game. It's going to be a lot of fun.
December 12th.
December 12th in Montgomery, is that?
Mobile. They'll be
it's at
playing
Mobile.
South Alabama's South Alabama Stadium. We're waiting on the details of when practice is going to be and those kind of things. But
You going to go down there and hang out with them too?
absolutely. You know, huge honor. It's a huge honor for these guys. I mean, it couldn't be any more well-deserving guys, you know, on the team. So,
What y'all? I didn't ask. What y'all's next step? What's after high school?
I'm trying to go play college ball. Try to go play at the next level.
Have you got any offers you can tell us about, or?
I'm gonna name a few. I got ASU, I got UNA, UAB, and UT Martin.
Hey, that's good schools. How about you, Grant? What's your plan?
Same as some college ball.
Yeah. Any specific offers yet? Or
Right now, I have Huntington College and Hines Community College.
okay, yeah. Hines puts out some players too.
Well, the Mississippi.
Yeah, their JUCOs are
I
good.
mean, the Mississippi JUCOs, and he failed to mention he's got East Central. Mackay's got East Central and Itawamba. I mean, you know, in this recruiting environment, which we could talk 3 hours on that alone, and just how much has changed in the last 3 years. But I'm going to tell you, a Mississippi JUCO as an out-of-state kid is a fantastic offer.
Yeah.
If you don't get right what you want, you know, if I got to go somewhere I really didn't want to go at the start, or got caught up because of the portal mess and all that stuff. Well, if I go to that place, well, I'm done getting recruited. I mean, my only chance then is to call Coach Reeves up and say, hey, Coach, here's some tape. I want to go back in the portal to get my name back out. But I can go to these Mississippi JUCOs, and that's what they do, is get guys out and put their name out and all that stuff. And so, you know, both those are viable options. These guys are going to have some more stuff here in the next few weeks. The game kind of works now. There'll be a portal window open up here in the next month and a half, I think, is the exact date. That'll fall, and then I think you see these guys start picking up a lot more stuff, because both of them are going to make somebody really happy at the next level.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, guys, good luck in the future. Good luck with basketball. Can't wait to see that, and track. And, Coach, thank you for this season. We've been
absolutely, man. Thanks for all y'all guys doing.
Been a lot
I really
of fun.
enjoyed it. Absolutely.
And you guys have been really fun to call the games, too. Woody and I have had a great time calling y'all's games over the last couple of years now. So,
absolutely.
Brian, anything else?
Hey, go Vikes.
Go Vikes.
Go Vikes. We'll let y'all go. We'll be back, guys, at Crawfish Warehouse here in just a few moments to wrap up the coaches show for this season. I'll be right back on WJLX. And we are back here at Crawfish Warehouse. James Phillips, Brian Hale, and Jonathan Timmons. And, man, how about that Cajun guy that was on that last that was a really good commercial.
I knew you were going to bring it up.
Great ad spot there.
Good.
It kind of sounded like the old Captain Caveman from the cartoons back in the day. Unga bunga.
I don't know what tonight, Thursday night.
How does it start out?
I'm not saying it.
I don't even remember.
Parlez-vous français?
Oh man, but what about the the interview with the seniors, man?
was
Kai
really good.
and Grant, they were great, dude.
Yeah.
I got a little emotional when they got up and shook their hands because that was this was our first full year of coverage for WJLX. You know, with me being part of it, all of you guys being a part of it. And man, I just wish them kids the best of luck and wherever they go. And I hope to I told them any highlight reels, anything y'all got, let us know so we can help amplify that on the social medias and get it out there. And hopefully they can find a spot because they've got talent.
Oh,
and
yeah.
We've got talent. The coaches will find you. The teams will find you.
Oh yeah, definitely will. And football season's not over for us yet because we've got Meek tomorrow night, and Brian and Zach will be at Meek tomorrow night on 88.5, and then Woody and I transition to basketball. We'll be at Bevill State tomorrow night for a 6 p.m. tip-off.
And we'll keep going with the scoreboard show. Scoreboard show is going to keep going along as we see fit, and then maybe transitioning into a weekly recap show once we're getting, football games and basketball games during the week. Nick and Patrick Hanna both are going to keep doing that. So
my plan is to go hang out with them a little bit tomorrow night because Patrick's bringing his daughter Maddie, who's one of my daughter's best friends. So they're gonna hang out. So I figure I'll just hang out with the guys.
Hey, that's cool. That's really cool. They've done a great job all season long.
Yeah, they're fun. They have a fabulous show on Friday nights.
Yeah, they do. They do a really good job, and they have a lot of fun. And I think it's fun for the listeners to listen in. But overall, I think this has been a very, very successful first season for all of us at WJLX. I think that we've shown a lot of growth and just tremendous job by everybody. I think the team that we have put together does an incredible job.
Well, it's a proof of concept. It's capabilities. We're learning. We've learned a lot over the last 12 months. Since losing our best friend, Brett Elmore, we miss him dearly. And luckily, he has left us some roadmaps on how to do some things. And we've also taken that and ran with it and grown it. And just happy to keep it going. I
think if people knew the background and the story and just everything that has happened and everything that we've done in this last year, it's a miracle, But
amen, brother.
We have all worked hard to just bring this thing together, and it's a bunch of people that some of us never knew each other, and we all came together to make this thing work, and it's really been a cool thing.
And can't say enough about all of our sponsors.
Yeah.
Everybody this year,
Absolutely.
all the businesses that have come in and sponsored these broadcasts. Obviously, we could not do it without you. I can't even get into everyone right now, and we'll put something out here at the end of football season to thank everybody. But we're going to roll right into basketball season, and we're looking for that support again, and we're going to be out there asking for it. It's part of the business, but it's something we do. We don't require membership fees like the NFH is. We're doing this for our local community, for our athletes, for the kids, and just trying to keep the legacy of local radio going.
And one thing that makes it so good is when we go to a game, having people, and we don't do it for the thanks, but having people thank us for being there and thank us for the job that we've done, that means a lot to us because none of us are getting rich off broadcasting sports games,
Yeah, I didn't drive all the way to Tennessee yesterday and then Kentucky today to come back home to do radio because because I didn't have to.
Right.
I had to do all that is where I was going with that.
Right, yeah.
And just remember, folks, we don't require a fee like the NFHS does.
Yeah.
You can listen to us for free.
Right, and we'll jump through whatever hoops we have to get games out there. But
hopefully we can keep our our Wallwind area growing. The capabilities have grown this year. That's something, at the beginning of this football season, I wasn't sure. I'll take that hit. I wasn't sure how many teams we could cover. I was just focusing on Walker County at first in July when we put together a media day, knowing not how to do one.
Right.
So we put that together, and then as the season has gone along, we've been able to, reach back out into the Winston County area, to the East Walker County, West Jefferson area,
Right.
Oak Grove, Corner. Want to start including those guys more and more. We've got Meek and Addison still in it, and grateful to be still covering football because those are two great teams.
Hey, how's this Alabama basketball game going before we leave?
Last I saw, I think it was tied up. I think it's probably halftime now, so I didn't catch the when they went to break.
We got 1 minute. Let me find it.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to find it in 1 minute unless I can just pop open my phone right here and do that, but it's not going to work. Dang it.
I got it right here. Look at this. Purdue and Alabama at halftime. Purdue, number 2 in the nation, up 43-41 over number 8 Alabama.
Okay.
Just a 2-point game. That's tight.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch the second half here. Come to Crawfish Warehouse tonight. Got the second half of Bama on, and then Jets and Patriots are happening tonight in the NFL. I'm not sure what college football games are going on.
We got music tonight too. Who's up there? DJ. I can't see that far, Brian. DJ Joban.
You're 10 years younger than me. You can see better.
And
Oh, it's Hunter Jackson. So it's not DJ.
DJ? Where
It
did
is
you get
DJ
that
Hunter
from?
Jackson.
Oh,
Okay.
DJ Hunter
Yeah, okay.
Jackson. There we go.
Yeah.
And then I think, did I see River Dan's going to be here this week? That was one day.
River
coming
Dan
up
on
soon.
Saturday night and Pitch and Woo Friday night. Pitch and Woo? Say that one again.
Riding Derby Saturday night.
Riding Dirty.
Oh, Riding Dirty.
Not Riding Derby, but that's a good name.
Wouldn't that be a good one?
I was talking about Kentucky.
Right,
I
right.
just came from up that way where the derbies are.
You got some bourbon up there, didn't you?
Ribbon derbies.
All right, it's time to go.
Let's lock it down.
7 p.m. Everybody, thanks for listening so far this season. Next week, remember, it'll be Wednesdays for basketball season. We'll be doing Coach Heath Burns' show, and then guys from the county coming in. So we'll see you again at Crawfish Warehouse next Wednesday for the Basketball Coaches Show here on WJLX.